And that would bring us to the superintendent's report. Dr. Skinkis.
Curriculum Advisory Council, no updates. Facility Advisory Council, we have not met at this point in time because we're still going through the punch list on the roof. There's some minor issues that still need to be addressed. Nothing with the roof status, but just with some flashing, some roof ladders. So those are still some open punch list items. The gym completed its punch list walkthrough. The one thing is with the gym floor, we're going to let competition be played on the gym floor for about 6 months. So that punch list item will stay, that punch item will stay open for about 6 months until there's some wear and tear and we can see if there's some of the air spots on the gym floor, which the floor company is saying are common when you first seal a new floor, that some of that will wear out with play and wear and tear. So we have to leave that punch open for about 6 months, maybe a little less. Exit G, they started working this week. The bottom row of the granite panels have been removed. Excavation should start on Friday, and concrete pouring should be done next week. Then we wait 2 weeks for it to cure, or 5 days for it to cure, excuse me. And then we'll start doing the reinstall of the granite on the bottom as well as the railings that need to be installed, and that's where the railings do take some time. 2017 work, I can touch on this also under life safety and capital projects, but with the good weather that we've had so far in November and at the end of October, we're doing some roof cores this week from the architect so we can map out what roof work needs to be completed next spring or next fall, summer. And so that should almost wrap up all of our roof work. Once I have that identified, I'll bring a map to the Board of Education meeting to show you what's been completed and what's remaining. Just a brief update on the Phase 3, which is the parking lot and tennis courts and the litigation. As stated in the district newsletter, we have received a revised offer from the Village of Brookfield. The Board of Education can discuss that tonight in closed session, and we'll go from there. There was our original request of trying to accommodate the handicap parking. At this time, doesn't appear to be in the revised offer, but the board will meet with the attorney and we can discuss that more in closed session. But I do think we're moving in the right direction, I would hope.
Okay, thank you. Does that cover?
Finance met last week with Howie Kraus from Forecast 5. We went through some projections that was added to the board packet on Monday. There's also a handout that Howie's working on as a draft that he can identify and discuss a little bit tonight. Also included in your packet was a first read on the December levy. That will be going forward to the board for a vote in December. Personnel, no update, and policy, no update.
Any questions at this point?
On the facilities besides the roof, are we going to work on the drainage in the basement as part of the?
So the flood control that's mentioned in the life safety study we have to write an amendment for that, and we would have to borrow that money when those bonds come due in this fall of 17. So all that's remaining from the money that the board borrowed last May or 2 Mays ago, May of 14 or was May of 15, is the roofs that we'll do next summer and a little bit of the concrete work that we're doing out front and a few other spots around the building. But other than that, then the next amendment, which we'll write probably sometime summer of 17 and go for life safety money in the fall of 17 and do that work in the summer of 18, would be the flood control and a couple other items in the building.
Anything further?